Hey guys, welcome to Into the Toy Box. It is another Sunday night live. I'm going to go ahead and bring out a co-host so we can go ahead and get the show started tonight. So welcome back, Bob.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you doing this weekend?
Doing good. Been having some fun with AI animation, experimenting
Okay.
with that.
Nice.
It's tricky, but getting there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff that you were sending me, and yeah, it's work in progress, right?
Oh yeah, definitely a work in progress, but I'm
Okay.
learning. You
Yeah.
know.
Cool. Well, if any of you guys don't know, well, you guys probably don't know this, but in a couple of weeks we will have an AI episode about the pros and cons of it. With
Mhm.
um, how do we feel about it? You know, does articulation mean quite as much when you have those programs to pretty much make the characters do what you want them to do?
Yep.
Just going to be a fun episode. Um,
Yeah, so, a discussion, not really like trying to change anybody's mind on it, but just putting
right.
some information out there.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. We're not. Going to be, we're going to have pros. We're going to have a pro team on and a con team on, but it's going to be good fun. Good fun.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of fun, tonight we're going to talk about just some of the new releases that have popped up this week. And if we get a chance to kind of really get into it, the joys and pains of collecting in this hobby, or, not so much collecting, but just the hobby in general. So we do have a special guest for us tonight. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on. I just felt like since we're just having kind of a hang tonight, we would bring someone in. And so, welcome, Starboy Station.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
I'm doing fine, man. I had grandkids surprise attack us this weekend, so we were keeping grandkids and then had a birthday party today. So I've been busy. Anyway.
I saw you made breakfast.
Yes, yeah. My wife was a little out of it this morning. I think she had a few drinks last night after the kids went to bed, and so I was like, "I'll take care of it." You were pretty much handling it the whole weekend, so I'll take care of this. But yeah, anyway, so we're gonna just have kind of a toy talk tonight. I guess before we get started, Bob, you wanted to say hello to the people
I do.
in the chat.
We got some folks here. Bjorn, how you
Bjorn,
doing?
hey,
Ian's here with us, and sorry to hear you've
Ian.
been having a lousy weekend, but
Oh,
hopefully we
sorry,
can
it was
improve that.
lousy. Sorry, it was lousy, Ian.
So it's got Defiant here with us.
Defiant. Cheers.
And hang on, there's scroll down here because there's some more conversation between the folks. Here we go. Well, it's got MCR here with us. How you doing?
Hey, MCR.
Fat Red Foods with us. Good to see you.
What's up, man?
Jimbo Toys.
Timbo. Hey.
Well, it's got Chris Sizemore here. How are you?
Yes. Hey.
And second, we got some more.
I don't normally do this, but we're actually gonna have Chris on next week. So spoiler alert, to the chat, you get first dibs on this information. So Chris has a hell of a collection of custom figures that he has made.
Oh yeah.
If you guys don't know, you should definitely check him out. I forgot.
Sizemore 77 Customs, I believe, is his Instagram handle.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen his stuff on Facebook for sure, but it's like, I mean, it's almost like, damn, what company made these figures, and it's like,
oh yeah, they're like
it's
almost
him.
factory.
He made them. Anyway, so we're gonna have him on next week, and we're gonna look at a lot of his customs that he's made. And so, don't miss that episode for sure.
Here's Tim Hank.
Hey,
See.
all right. But yeah. So
One
anyway,
more, Justin.
Justin. Let's see.
Welcome to the show. And that gets us caught up.
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna get into this, and I guess Bob, you want to change places with me and
Yep.
Um,
Sort everybody out here. There we go.
Before we get into some of, hey, no problem, man. Thank you. Before we get into, I guess the figures that are, that were showcased this week, we're going ahead and talk to Joel about these creature commandos that he's this week. I love the fact that he's sort of made his own version of the creature commandos. And so what made you decide to go this route, Joel?
I started watching the show. You guys know Van, he recommended it. So I started watching it and I kind of fell in love with the show and the music. And I like the cool team. And I'm like, I mean, this team could really fit on my station. It's not that far removed,
Right.
a skeleton or a monster or something. So I'm like, I think I'm going to try to make those and have them fit. So some of them are a little bit more Star Warsy than the others. Like this one, Dr. Phosphorus, is kind of pretty close to what he looks like in the show.
You wanna tell everybody what you did with that head?
So that's a skull head, and then I would dab hot glue on it and put a little toothpick on it and like lift it up and hold it until it's set.
Yeah,
That was an experiment. It turned out a lot better than I thought.
Hey, Jabalong. Yeah, man, it looks super good. I thought that might have been what you did, but I was just wanting to verify that because I'm like, it looks like he melted either portion of the head or something, or glue or something like that, and it looks super good, really, man. And I love the way it looks in the dark. I mean, I love that right there. That to me,
that's under the black light. I was curious to see how it would look. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That is super good. Yeah, it's like I've not used any of the paints that do that, but I've been super tempted. I know you've done. I know a lot of people have done it. You've done it. Even Fat Red Foo has done it too. It's something I would like to do. But do you want to go ahead and tell Ian? I'm assuming that's a boss fight figure, right?
That's a. No, I have to remember. I think it's Marauders.
Oh, okay, maybe. Okay.
I think it's mostly Marauders with boss fight arms and a boss fight skull head.
Okay.
And boss fight arms and hands and I think the body is all Marauders.
Okay. I stand corrected. All right. Yeah. So anyway, super good work on that, man. Yeah, really good. Yeah, it's awesome. Like I said, I like him. I think I like him more. I think I like him more like this.
Yeah.
Than I do just as far as in the light. I love this version of him.
And the paints that mix, I did like glow in the dark paint and I mixed it together to get that color with the black light paint. So it gives a weird little glow. That's pretty cool.
Well, it's super good work, man.
Thank you.
Let's see. The next one is this guy.
Okay, and that's General Flag. He is basically just all Marauders with a Star Trek. I think he has a Star Trek belt, actually.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he looks good too, man.
Oh, you're like right out of the show.
Yeah. I have not seen. You talking about the animated show?
Yeah,
I think you would like it. I think you would really like it.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah,
I want to see it. Like I want to see it. It's just I don't. It comes on like HBO, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. That's one of the streaming things I don't have, and so I wait until there's enough stuff on a
Hmm.
particular streaming thing before. Like, we're gonna get Apple TV like about in May, and we're just gonna binge the heck out of everything for like 2 months, and then
I'm
we'll
gonna
probably
send
get
you a list.
we'll probably get HBO like after that. But it's like
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. But yeah, this is a really good figure too. Uh, Now, is that
We got
Star
a
Trek?
question here from.
Is that a Haya or is that like a regular
No,
Playmate figure or
that's
something?
like the old line. I don't even know. I bought a bunch of, was it Sulu?
Okay.
Like at Big Lots forever ago.
Okay.
And so I just have parts laying around from like 10 years ago. I don't even
Um,
know who made them.
Jabalong. So there is a Creature Commandos by James Gunn, right? Um,
Mhm.
Yes.
it's an animated show, I think, on HBO.
R-rated. Don't let the
Yeah,
kids
it's
watch.
Yeah.
adult.
No, it's not a
Yeah.
kid show.
Yeah, it's adult show. But yeah, I believe it's on HBO. So if you have HBO, I know you're living across the water, so you may just, I don't know, you may have to just stream it from someplace. I'm not sure where. If you
Yeah,
can't get
or
HBO,
use
I'm
like
not sure.
a VPN to change your location or
Yeah,
whatever, or other services may have it available.
that's
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Anyway, yes, I really like this one, man.
Hmm.
This is
I
the
was wanting,
bride.
yeah, I was wanting to see how did you do the forearms? Did you just glue two on the back or what?
So I just that I don't know what the coat's a Vitruvian boss fight coat, but it had two holes. I don't know if it was for wings or whatever. So
Ah,
I
okay,
just drilled a hole uh in her back and stuck
okay,
more arms back there.
nice, nice. Where's the head from?
It's a boss fight head, and then
Okay,
I added the hair out of
okay, okay.
green stuff
Oh,
and
really?
painted
That's
it.
awesome, dude. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Because I was like, where did he get that head from, man? And so, if that's all
I
green
think that
stuff, dude,
yeah,
you killed it.
yeah. I think the key with her is like the most important thing is the hair.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, for sure, for
yeah,
sure. I mean, you
Like,
killed it. It's like when I saw the figure, I was like, that's exactly who that is. You know, it's like
hmm.
I knew exactly who it was. So it's like I was just trying to figure out where the head came from. You know, and so I was like, is that a boss fight figure? Is one of them does one of them have four arms or something? You know, but I was like, man, it's like that's pretty cool.
yeah. I think was that Pirates that said that Court of the
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
he used that head too.
yeah, super
The
good, man.
the regular head on something he just did.
I have never used like that green stuff, and so it's like I wouldn't even know where to start. But it's like I said, man, that looks like it was manufactured like that. So just like I said, you may have a future in customs.
I don't know. So I'm gonna recommend to everybody go to the Boss Fight. I think it's Boss Fight store
Hmm.
and look for that advent calendar. That's like an $80 advent calendar. They've been selling it for $19.99,
Oh yeah, the one that has like the two figures,
and
right?
it has two figures in it, and it has a ton of accessories, and
Okay,
it's absolutely worth it for just the figs. But those arms are there's a coat that came with that set,
okay,
and so that's what those arms are. The long coat's from something else, but the
gotcha,
arms are from that set.
gotcha.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for sure. It's like I haven't got that set yet, but I know that a lot of people have been talking about it. And it's like, man, this thing is just so worth it, you know, for what you get with it. I was like,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, so the
So
weasel,
this
right?
is this is the weasel,
mhm.
yeah. So this is just a Hask thug. And I kind of he had like a cross strap and
Hmm.
loincloth kind of thing. And
Hmm.
so I just kind of slice that off and then put some green stuff over the top to kind of to blend it in so he's
Oh yeah, man.
naked. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's super good. This was this from the Force Awakens?
yes. Wait,
Okay.
yes.
I'm
I think they're in, oh, now I can't remember. Maz's Castle, maybe?
Yes, I bet so. Yeah. No,
There's like
not
3 of them.
MCR, not that weasel. There's another weasel.
It's a good deep cut.
Suicide Squad in the Suicide Squad 2 actually is a character called the Weasel. Anyway, kind of crazy. All right, that's a character that James Gunn's brother plays. He played Rocket, and so he's playing Weasel in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is Weasel with some of the other members of the team.
Yeah, with the crew so far. Yep.
Yep. And then, oh, my bad. Hold on. Sorry. This one is pretty cool.
This is Nina, and this is where I started going more. Well, I guess with Weasel, I started going more Star Wars. So I was thinking, well, a Mon Calamari head, but trying to get into that bubble was not easy. So she got a little bit of a haircut in the back.
Well, you won't know unless you.
You can't tell.
Right.
With the helmet on, you can't tell.
Yeah. Is that a Gamora figure?
Yes, I believe so.
All right.
Gamora body. I didn't do anything with the body, and Eagle Force bubble helmet and artists.
I wish I had more. I wish I had kept, I guess, some of the Marvel Universe figures I had. But oh well, I've got a couple of them running around here, but it seems like not any of the ones I could customize. You know what I'm saying? It's like I have like the Hulk or Spider-Man or people or figures like that, but it's like it's not somebody that I could use a body for, like Doctor Strange or the Red Skull or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, that's super good, Joel. Here's the team so far.
Yeah.
And the next contestant, yes, yeah, I love
this one.
So this is basically why I made him, because I wanted to make GI Robot, and so I'm like, well, if I'm going to make him, I might as well make the team. So.
Yeah, super good, man.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite characters in the show. He was just so funny.
Yeah.
Are these Nazis?
Yeah, there's a moment in the show where you're like, oh, something bad is about to happen. Something very bad is about to happen, and I love it. So, yeah.
I think about the part you're talking about. Yeah.
So yeah, it sounds like the show is pretty cool. I have not seen it, but it's on my list. Like I said, I've had people tell me it's good, and so I'm like, yeah, I figured it was going to be good if James Gunn was, associated with it. It's always going to be some kind of batshit crazy thing happen or something, But yeah, especially since it's not rated. So, so is it a Marauder uniform?
Yeah. So it was a Marauders all in. Was it like Bank Robber Kelly or something? I think the character was. So I just used that body, took out the neck, and then it's 5 POA K2SO.
Nice.
From Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah. I think I have one of the. I think I have one of those that it's just another stand-up droid occasionally if I need one. I've got one K2SO that's articulated, and then I got that one, and it's like I said, it's just kind of for like background or whatever. But yeah, so I think I answered that, Bjorn. All right, and so we got one more shot with him with the team. Super good customs, Joel.
Thank you.
I kind of thought that was kind of awesome to see. I've always thought about doing, a custom of either a group or my version of a particular figure or characters or something.
Yeah.
And I've done it like onesie, twosies here and there, but it's like, would it be fun to say like, hey, I'm going to make the Suicide Squad in these characters that I own, you know what I'm saying? And just with like my sort of flavor, of them. or like, hey, I'm gonna make my version of Star Wars figures. Like the main heroes from Star Wars, but they
Sure.
may look nothing like Star Wars figures, or may not be Star Wars figures.
Sure. Yeah.
But like I said, a million ideas, but just not been put into realization yet. But anyway,
That
but
would
yeah, these are
that would
super.
actually be a fun challenge.
Mhm.
Is
You
like
know,
make the main heroes, but make them your own.
right? Yeah, and they don't even have to be. They don't even have to be. Like I said, Star Wars figures. They could be whatever figures you
Yeah.
wanted to be.
Sure.
One of the things was, I
Almost
guess,
sounds like a Thinktober thing.
hey, maybe. I know I saw a few people doing like, they did like a Chicken Fried Toys Dime Novel Legends like version of Woody. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that
Mhm.
before,
Yeah.
and people have done like versions of uh, oh gosh, what's his name? Buzz Lightyear, but he was
Mhm.
like a different character,
Right.
different figure than the Buzz Lightyear figures.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's kind of what sort of like inspired me to like, well, maybe we could do, and I was thinking, could I do a cast of Toy Story with some of the figures I have? And I was just looking around. I was like, well, yeah, I've got some cowboys and a robot. I'm like, what about the pig? What about the dinosaur? Oh yeah, I got a Grimlock figure. I could make that the
Yeah.
dinosaur. And so
Mhm.
anyway, still kicking that around. But anyway, um,
There was a customizer named Pilloff. I used to follow him on Facebook. I'm not sure what his Instagram one is, but he would do like, oh, here's Star Wars if it was set like in caveman times. Here's Star Wars if it was set
oh
in the Wild West, and
oh
and
yeah,
his customs were like they were so good. So
awesome.
um,
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not the first person to ever think of that for sure, but it's like
no, I think it'd be fun though.
yeah, it'd be kind of a fun challenge or something like that.
Mhm.
But anyway, yeah. Anyway, Joel, great customs here, man.
Yeah, thank you.
So what's next for you? What are you working on? Anything?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of finished that project, and then we have our song collaboration today, and I don't know what next week brings.
Okay. Well, I have sort of taken like a week or so off with. I've tried to like just I not really a week off, but I like just tried to take some time away to sort of like refresh for what I want to do, with my Instagram. And so anyway, I'm dying to get back to it though. I felt like I've kind of taken a nice little break, and I've recharged, and I've got some ideas, and so um, we'll see what happens. But anyway, so we're talking about how there's going to be figures that are going to be coming out that have been released. Well, I guess previewed this week and the past couple weeks. But Bob, you want to talk about these?
Yeah,
You sent me these the other day.
this is the one I kind of stumbled on. It's called Rise of Nexus. It's still in development, but the guy that's doing it, I talked to him a bit on Instagram, and he's saying he's hoping to be able to like skip the crowdfunding portion and then just get these done and just sell them directly. So I don't know much about the world, but these figures look pretty cool, and it looks like they're going to be O-ring style. I know not everybody's an O-ring person, but I still have a place for them in my heart. I'm
Well,
trying to. Oh, but
honestly,
yeah,
I don't think you can go anywhere now without running into O-ring figures. It's almost like they've made a little bit of a comeback.
yeah. Although I'm wondering if like some of the Kickstarters being so slow to fund might be slowing down that momentum, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, you have Super Seven selling them at Target, so it's like you can still go out and
True.
find some.
Well, when you
Um,
can find them when like scalpers haven't sucked them up, but we'll
yeah,
get to that later in the show.
yeah. All right. So here is another slide.
Yeah, this is something else that I just found this week, and I sent in or pre-ordered it. So Letty J Toys does like recolors of old GI Joe molds,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're doing this floor pack, which is another homage to Metal Man
Mm-hmm.
or Medella Man. Anyway, something like that. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but so these are available until they sell out. Just go to Lady J Toys, find this picture on Instagram, put in a claim, and if
Right.
they have some left, send them a PayPal payment, and it'll be coming your way eventually.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'm not the biggest O-ring fan, but I definitely agree with Pirates there. I definitely
Yeah.
will get a Fatal Fluffy. I don't care if I had to buy one from Super 7 themselves because I have yet to see one at a Target, but that one kind of interests me, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I do like certain repaints of figures. To me, it's kind of a niche thing. But
Yeah, these
yeah,
are
it's
definitely
yeah,
limited run sort of things, but
yeah,
also that they're doing something more like space and sci-fi
yeah,
oriented
yeah, yeah.
than
To
like
me, yeah.
military.
Yeah, to me, you can fudge those when they look like that because
Hmm.
they could be just a cool background character or something to add some color to a scene or something.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Speaking of color, um,
Yes. So this is a recent release from Black Major Nation, and it's an homage to an old Fisher Price figure called Brainoid, like you see in the slide.
hmm
Um, and it's another one that's like based off of old GI Joe molds,
hmm
just recolored to look like the old Fisher Price toy. And it's
yeah,
another like claim sale. So
I
head
like
on
that.
over
This one's
there.
really
Yeah, I like
cool.
that. I like that one a lot.
Hmm. Now, when I get mine, I'm probably going to change out the head because, like, the original toy has a kid, and it wasn't like a humanoid head in there. It was like literally just a brain
Oh,
floating in the jar. So
wow.
I'm probably going to make a little change.
You got an
Change
acid rain
things.
figure called Hero
Hmm. I
because
do
that,
have that figure.
that could potentially be the head you put in there potentially.
Could
Just
be.
just saying, just saying. Just
Yeah,
an option.
or I might just get some like putty and kind of mold up a little blobby brain and paint it pink or something. Yeah, it will see.
Yeah, yeah, you could do that. Here for
I try to
sure.
make a brain. It's not very easy.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Or
I wonder if you could get like an eraser and maybe do a little bit of paint. Like the eraser that stick on the end of the pencil.
mhm.
And maybe do a little bit of surgery or a little bit of painting with a black marker. Could it turn into a brain?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's not a bad idea either because it's already like
Yeah, the
if you get one
color.
of those like pink erasers, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
already the right color. You just yeah.
yeah.
I
Anyway,
will probably give that a try. Yeah.
and here I guess is another one they're having another recolor, right?
Yeah, this one's they're calling it Alien Pilot, but the old Fisher Price figure was like the X-ray man, but in a
Yes.
spacesuit. So he
Yeah.
had like the clear head, but the rest of his body was just like
Yeah.
pink.
They even did a version of this of the Mythic Legions, or I should say Mythic
Yeah.
Legions. I almost pulled the trigger on that one just because nostalgia. But
Hmm.
oh yeah, Ian, you could do bubblegum, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good options. Yeah, a lot of good
Mhm.
options. And so another one. This is
Yeah.
the
No. Yeah, this is
one.
one I actually have in hand now. It came out a little earlier, but they've gotten a second shipment, so there's some more available. This is
Okay.
another Middleman homage
Yeah, I
character.
love that alien head, man.
Well,
So
it's
do
the
they just
same. Oh,
go ahead?
go ahead.
No,
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead.
It's the same head. It's just
Turn
reversible. So
around.
like, well, you have to take it apart to turn it around, at least on mine. But
Okay,
I leave it on the alien side
gotcha.
showing.
So
So like,
it's two faced on that head, right?
yeah.
Okay, well,
That's
I kind
cool.
of thought that might be the case, but I'm like, I don't see, the way it looks. I can't tell, but it's like, okay, That's awesome.
Oh yeah, from like straight on, you can't tell, and with
Right.
the helmet on, you can't tell. But
Right.
like if you look at it from the side, it's like, oh yeah.
Because I was like,
Um,
do those heads maybe just pop off or something? And then no,
no,
they're saying that
it's like old GI Joe figures. You
right.
just got to unscrew the back. Like so the Brainoid, the alien pilot, and this figure all use the same body.
Gotcha.
It's
Yeah.
just repainted in different
Man, I kind
with
of like
different
this one.
heads.
Man, if it had been orange and blue, I would have been like probably all over it. You know,
Hmm
I couldn't have resisted for that.
So
But
these are my colors. I like these ones.
I know
Yeah.
black and gold, right?
Yeah.
Well, and you get an alien head, and yeah,
Oh.
it's a fun little figure. Like if
Yeah.
you're into the
So are
Oh,
these
yeah,
ones
the
O-ring?
definitely. Yeah.
mm,
Yes, O-ring. Yeah, it's
yeah,
O-ring.
yeah.
Yeah.
All three of these last few figures have been
Okay.
O-rings.
But it's like, it's like an O-ring sci-fi figure, can almost blend in better. I mean, it will definitely blend in better than like a military figure would, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Because spacey, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Um all right, yeah. Okay. So I guess that's all that you had that you wanted to I guess talk about as far as like
Yeah,
some
that's all
stuff.
I've seen recently. So,
All right,
like I
well,
said, some of it I just found by mistake, but or accident, but all good.
gotcha. This is not really a new figure advertised this week or anything, but I just wanted to say I know some people are getting these from a few different sites or whatever. I know Big Bad, I don't think has got theirs yet, or
Yeah.
Amazon for sure hasn't because I'm still waiting. But supposedly, man, this is like the definitive storm snow trooper right now. It's like it's pretty good, So don't sleep on this guy if you want, because I don't think I think this guy is going to be one of those ones that are hard to find because
Yeah.
for one, it's a snow trooper, and it's like everybody loves snow troopers just like stormtroopers, but
Sorry.
you know they don't have these like hanging on the aisle, on the peg, every so often like they do stormtroopers. So it's like, you got to get them when you can because when they disappear, you're going to be paying
Yeah.
secondary prices after that. But anyway, like I said, I've heard this one is super good. So yeah, Big Bad does. Amazon is currently out, and so like I said, if you don't want to be crying about it later, get them. I'm not going to say that they won't have plenty after they release, but this is not going to be one that you're going to probably ever see in a store,
Yeah.
because people are going to grab these guys up as soon as they see them.
And I think it's
Do we
been
know
like
how many are in a
10.
case? Is it like one or two?
I don't know.
Um,
I mean, smart money would be that they would say there needs to be at least two, but being
Okay.
Hasbro, they probably just
Probably
want
like one.
just to drive demand for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I will say this: since they do have this new mold now. I mean, they're not just going to sit on it and wait another 5 years, but they probably will include it. Like I said, in another with another figure or something. Just to get the buck back out there. But like I
Or
said,
with the is it the E-Web? Like the big
yes,
cannon?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, I agree, Timbo, and that might be that, and that might happen too. But you
There's
don't
no
want to
idea
bet
here.
on it. You don't want to bet on it, and not get one for sure. I feel bad that I've only got two pre-ordered on Amazon, but it's I'm sure I can wrangle a few somewhere. But anyway, but yeah, I heard nothing but good things about this figure right here. So it's always good when we get an updated version.
Yeah,
Um,
especially since the last one I think is like 10 or 15 years old now.
yes, yeah, it's pretty old, so it needed an update.
Hmm
Um, I'm just threw this out there because if somebody happens to go to Disney or something and sees one, on the peg, I'll pay for it and pay you shipping for it if you want to get it for me. Just FYI, because I was going to plan on ordering one of these, and I'm not going to say they won't come back in stock on the Disney store, but I definitely forgot about it for a minute, and apparently now they're sold out. And so, anyway, just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
If
this would be a
anybody,
fun little bot to have zipping
yeah,
around in your towns.
yeah, I
Stations.
like, the holiday bots, and so,
Yeah.
anyway, um, and I know this is not out yet or whatever, but Yak Face did say that these have landed in the U.S. So
Oh, okay.
I guess check your wallet in about a month, because that's usually about as long as it takes for them to get to get distributed to whatever site or whatever store. So as they always do, these things always
Hmm.
land earlier than what they say. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Or hold out for a couple of years and get it for about half the price, like the hallway, the white hallway set
kind
and
of, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do
the
that. You can do that.
freezing chamber.
I'm gonna guarantee you right now that Thanksgiving you will get this guy, probably $20 off. Just saying.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure because with the Cantina coming out, I think
Yeah.
people are going to be.
Mhm.
I think they're going to be
That is
world
it.
building.
Oh
I don't
crap!
know.
That is this year, isn't it? I
Yeah,
forgot
Yeah.
about that.
at
The
some point.
Cantina. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you could be right. I just know that Amazon, they always have a sale on stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if it's not moving so many parts, per sale, then they usually will throw a little sale on there. So
Mhm.
we'll
I
see
mean,
though.
now I've already pre-ordered one at full price,
I
but
mean, I have to. I'm going to pay full
yeah,
price for the
yeah,
first one, but
yeah.
for
If it comes down, then
the second one, I'm waiting. I'm doubling down on this to get a sale. So we'll see. We'll see. But I am interested in getting this. Um, so
ooh, I hadn't seen
this
this.
this I think they just were talking about this a few days ago on Facebook. It's the very vintage vigilante, and so I think
He's
they
all
had a
around.
version. I think they had a version of this several years ago. I think, but this is more of an updated buck. I think.
Oh, okay.
Of course, I could be wrong. I just think it's. I think it's. I think they had a version of this, but I'm not. I'm pretty sure they did. But anyway, we all know who this is, and so yeah,
Sure
it's
do,
supposed
Team
to be.
Wasabi.
Yeah, it's supposed to be coming this year. So I guess we'll see. Um, yes, he does.
I've made my
Um,
peace.
yeah. So yeah, this was just I think a few days ago they teased it on his Facebook page. But anyway, you can go to the Chicken Fried Toys Facebook page and read about it. Anyway,
It's not going to
um,
be at Joe Fest.
I don't know.
Oh,
It'd be
actually,
cool. It'd
Bjorn
be
has
cool
the
if it
same
was.
question. Yeah.
No. I don't think it's the Joe Fest exclusive. I don't think. I
Hmm.
think it's just going to be available, sometime this year. So I mean, it's possible it could be the exclusive, but I don't think it is. Um, so Acid Rain dropped a couple figures this week. Um, I think that it's pretty cool. I love the helmet on these guys. Um,
Mhm.
to me, I was like, as soon as I saw these guys, I'm like, yes, hell yes, I will definitely get these guys, because it's like that looks badass right there, and
Yeah.
so it's like yes, for sure, for sure, for sure.
And he
Um,
seems to come loaded with accessories.
oh yeah, man, he's got like a bazooka or a rocket launcher. He's got like whatever that either I think that's a shotgun or some kind of machine gun, and so this is kind of the figure. The helmet does, I guess it's not a full helmet. It's like one of those things that comes apart in pieces, but
Okay.
comes with several guns. I guess the machine gun, with the barrel that you can attach to it. It's the mini machine gun, or you can attach the barrel to make it, I guess, just a regular machine gun, a pistol, and I guess the bazooka or whatever. And if I'm not mistaken, I think these are part of the Omega faction, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
And so this guy was super cool. Like I said, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I'm down. This guy is another one that was released or released with this one. I think this is like a June release, actually. June or August. I can't remember. I think it's maybe it's August. It takes about 4 or 5 months for them to get these figures made and sold. But anyway, on this one, I'm not too crazy about the helmet on this one, but I do like the figure. I like the fact, and it even shows you if you go to like where you would see these figures at, you can see it has a different head attached to it. That I think that's probably one that I'll probably run with this one because I think it looks better than the one that comes with it. The one that comes with it, I think, looks a little too small. But
Sorry, does that helmet look kind of more Joy Toy than Acid Rain?
It's a different helmet. Yeah, it's not like a typical Acid Rain helmet, if you ask me. But I'm still gonna get a couple of these guys just because.
The body is
the
great.
body. I like the body.
Body's cool.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's got the machine gun and it's got like a little. Like, I'm not sure what the thing is on the back of his shoulder. Maybe it's a laser pointer or something, or maybe it's a laser gun or something, like from Predator or something like that.
I think the description said it was some sort of like targeter or targeting thing.
Well, it could be. He has that, that machine gun whatever that he could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, a little bit of bad news for everybody. If you use Big Bad Toy Store, they've increased the price by $3. So instead of $54.99, now they are $57.99. They're still the same price at PIA Club, which is great because it means they didn't go up there. However, they did go up another $3 at Big Bad Toy Store, and so I don't really like that, but because basically the figures from PIA Club are I think about $42 if you buy them there, and then on Big Bad Toy Store they're normally like $54. I think is how much, or maybe it's 55, something like that. And you can get them out. You can get them for that Calky's Toys or whatever, Calky's Toys or whatever, how you want to pronounce that. And they have them, they have them for about the same price, I think, as PIA Club or close to it or something. But anyway, I was just talking to Joel and Bob that, MCR.
Yeah, it's coming.
We will be talking about that as well. But it's just, we were talking about the joys and pains of this hobby. And so figures going up is definitely a pain. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do I think it's still worth it at that price? It's Acid Rain. It's like, I know that they're not cheap anyway. And especially if you have to buy them through Big Bad Toy Store, which I do most of them, not all of them. PIA, you have to pay for them in advance. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when they pre-order, I don't really like to pay for stuff in advance if I can keep from it. But they sell out there, so it's like if you don't do it there, they have a good chance of selling out. And so Big Bad Toy Store is like my option if that happens. But it's like, damn, $3 more. It's like I'm already paying like $10 more for Big Bad because of the price difference that they have, from PIA Club to there. And to me, it's it's whatever. But anyway, like I said, it's a problem, but luckily it didn't go up $5 or something like, or $10, because that would be like, okay, I'm out. I can't pay these prices, or maybe I just get one and be like, okay, I'm getting one and that's it. No army building, going forward, no getting 2 or 3 or 4, and like I said, I get it. They're expensive. There's some people that don't buy any acid rain figures because of the price. I get it. But it's, the hobby that I'm in right now. So anyway, I do think they're cool. And like I said, I'll probably have to pick them up at PIA Club. I don't mind getting one here, one there from Big Bad Toy Store if I have to pay that price because I know what I'm doing. I know I'm dealing with. However, like all the figures before these two are still at the regular price. That Big Bad sold them, and those won't ever go up. They'll sell them out before they change the prices on either. There's still some there for $45.99 on the Annex line. But anyway, I guess moving on. If you're Pirates, I'm sure you're going to be getting this figure. Joy Toy just introduced Casey Jones to the lineup of the Joy Toy TMNT figures. I am not a huge turtle figure fan. I mean, I've got various Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures from all kinds of years and stuff. I don't have any of the Joy Toy ones, but I think the Joy Toy figures are a little bit bulky in my opinion. And I'm not saying I won't ever buy one, but it's like I've just not yet got one, And I'm more of an IDW fan of the figures, so it's like if they ever do those, then I'll definitely pony up the money. But anyway, so Casey Jones, and I was like, Go ahead, Bob.
Oh, I was going to say he does look like he's a good base for custom building.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think like I said, besides for the turtle figures, like I love all the other figures. I don't have any. I just have to live, vicariously through Pirates and everybody else who buys those. But I mean, if I had unlimited budget, I mean, I'd have them all, But
oh yeah, I don't have any of the turtles either. But
I think he'd be cool. I think he'd be cool to get, And speaking of the Dino guys, this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the Triceratons to be released. I'm like, if Joy Toy is going all in on the turtles, at some point in time, they are going to release the Triceratons. I hope. Chris, I do want to get the Bebop and Rocksteady. Those are two that I really want to get as well. I like the, like I said, it's like, I get it. They're not like teenage. I get that. I definitely like the world that Joy Toy is building. These guys, I mean, I love the accessories that some of these guys come in. I mean, this is just, I don't know that I'd ever have it in a picture, except maybe one time, like, yeah, man, getting my arm, bro. It's like, I might do one. Cool. Yeah, it's like, but, when would I ever use this, in, my world building stuff? I don't know.
Well, he is kind of orangish, though.
Well, yes, he is. But there's another one that's probably I'm 100% in getting. But anyway, and so I do have like a couple of these in the NECA versions of the animated Turtles line, and I think people have seen the big Triceraton. I've shown him a couple times, just because he's a kind of a big ass figure, and so that works well with 1/18 scale, But yeah, this guy looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'll get this guy, just because I won't have money to get all three of them. But I really want to get this guy. But I think he's cool because he comes with like these freaking brass knuckles, or these knuckles. Mm-hmm. It's like, to me, that's so badass, And he comes with other weapons. You can go and look at these figures. I didn't give it all the pictures, but I am 100% getting this guy. I mean, I have bought every orange Triceraton that has came out probably within the past like 15 years. And so I even have one of the NECA ones that's the regular, the NECA made the Mirage comic one, which is the super big one. And then I have one of the smaller ones that's just the animated version. And so, yeah, this guy, I am all in. It's, to me, it's like I'm for sure getting this guy. And this guy comes with some weights, man. It's like I guess I could build a gym. Timbo,
Yeah.
build your gym next to the South Shore Mall, man. It's like there you go. It's like dinos and weights or something. You could come up with a catchy name. Swole Dinos. I don't know. Something.
Swolosaurus.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Man.
And as big as these guys
Rex,
are, they're probably
you
close
know.
to 6-inch.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask. I'm not a turtle guy, so like how do these scale as
Well,
far as how tall are they?
I didn't read the specs, but I would think these would be close to 6 inches. I would think.
Okay.
Pirates may be able to tell us a little bit more, but these are definitely going to be bigger than the turtles.
Okay.
For sure. Because they're like I said, they're bigger. They're bigger in the comics than the turtles, but I don't know exactly like what the specs were. Like I said, I have a feeling they might be comparative to Bebop and Rocksteady, maybe a tad bigger, but I'm not sure. Like I said, it doesn't matter.
Here we go.
Okay, so he said they're about 5.5 inches. Okay, well, like I said, I'll definitely be getting this guy for sure. And these are all the accessories that comes with him, man. It's like
Jeez.
I have a feeling though, so he's probably gonna be what, $50. Pirates, I would imagine, something like that. I think if I'm not mistaken, Bebop and Rocksteady and all those bigger guys are kind of around $40 to $50 or something. Which, like I said, I don't have a problem paying this guy because
Probably about right. Because
but because I want to say the turtles are like 30 or 40, something like that, right?
yeah, like I know they're bigger. Space Marines are a little higher in price. So.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely getting this one for sure. Okay, so speaking of price,
there we go.
Okay, I know we don't technically talk about a lot of 1/12 scale on this channel or whatever, but I just had to throw my hat in the ring here to talk about this. This is a 6-inch Marvel Legends figure from Hasbro. It is Spider-Man, and it's a new heading called Maximum Series. Whereas you see, he gets multiple hands, multiple heads, and even gets a little spider, sense accessory, and then webs accessories. So when they were talking about this figure about a week and a half ago, they were like, "Oh yeah, this is going to be one of the new figures that comes out. This is the new line." And so I was telling people, they were like, "Oh man, 50 is going to be a good deal for this." I said, "What are you, crazy?" I'm like, "It is not worth 50. It's a $25 figure. You get a few extra accessories and some, like I said, you get all those hands with most of the Spider-Man figures. You don't get them all, And it's like, and the heads, you could probably combine with all the other Spider-Mans that you've got that would probably get most of these pieces right here. But I had to eat my words because they definitely released it at $50, and I'm like, that is just insane to me that they would charge that much for a figure to get these accessories, because these accessories probably are less than a penny or two each, probably, to be made. The web accessories, I mean, it's ridiculous to me that they're charging $50 for this figure. I mean, and he's already sold out at most places. Now, with that said, will I get this figure? I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's just I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and so I tend to get a lot of things Spider-Man related. And I know that even if I get it, even if I don't open it, I know it's going to double in price anyway, and I can always use it for trade bait. And yes, Pirates, he doesn't even have a flight stand. I get that. And that's another thing. It's like, if you're going to pay, I mean, these are Mafex. I don't know how people pronounce that, but that and the Figma and SH Figure Arts, I get the reason why they charge 60 to 80 bucks for those figures. I get it, but Hasbro, dropping this thing for 50 bucks is just a straight up cash grab. And if you want it, get it, man. It's like if you want to pay that for it, do it. I'm not trying to rain on anybody's happiness, but it's just like it's setting a bad precedent for this because I just feel like they will hold, on making updated versions of figures until they put them in a maximum price setting. That's what you're paying. That's what it is. It's maximum price. That's what the line should be called. But and the thing about it is, being Spider-Man, you will never see this figure in a store. It's like they disappear, and so I understand they're getting their money off this one. Okay, they're definitely going to do that. Bob and I and Joel were talking about after this. What's the next figure? It's only going to be their greatest hits that they do. Iron Man, Wolverine, Deadpool. Those. I'm sure. Oh my God, if they do a Hulk, they'll probably be double the price. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably be an $80 figure, but like I said, I do dabble in Marvel Legends and Black Series, and G.I. Joe classifieds occasionally. Like I said, I'm a big, huge Spider-Man fan, but it's like, I just, if it had been 40 bucks, I'd been like, well, it's a little high, but I get it, because I was thinking there's no way this is going to be more than $35. There's no way it should be. It's no way that a $25 figure, should have all this stuff and it costs double that. There's no way, because it's like, if that's the case, that means we will never get Star Wars figures with multiple accessories without them doubling the price. You know what I'm saying?
On that point, Bjorn's got a good question here. He's asking if something like this would work with TVC, and they sort of already have that. They just call them deluxe figures, and you don't get as many accessories. And
even those, the only figures that have come with different hands, I think, has been Luke and Black Chrysanthemum. I think those are the only ones that have come with different. Okay, but I mean, you do get a couple of hands sometimes with like Darth Vader. Recently, he's had a couple, but it's like we don't get. Star Wars, they just don't do different hands, which they should. You need like a force push hand for Jedi, and maybe, I don't know, just a couple more hands than your straight up, I got a gun trigger hand. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Dark Troopers did as well. Yes. But it's not a normal thing for us to see. I would love for some of the Mandalorians to maybe have, this hand right here, like this, or something to that effect. I would just love to get one of those with each, Star Wars figure, just to add a little bit. A little bit of that goes a long way as far as like having the figure show emotion and stuff, However, I was crazy enough to think, just charging an extra $1 to throw two hands in there, I'd pay it, but by their thinking here, those hands are worth like $10 each. So it's like I just can't.
And MCR's got a good question here too.
I mean, if it's worth it to you, that's all that matters. I will tell you this though, as far as Spider-Man figures go, this figure, once they sell out, will be anywhere from $75 to $100 within like 3 months of when it's off the shelf. Just because every regular Spider-Man figure sells out and you can't find them, and they automatically double. It's like, yes, I mean, yeah, exactly. Fresh Monkey Gives, they just throw hands at you. They're like, oh, you know what? We don't even care about the price of these extra hands because you're paying for the figure. Here's some guns. Here's some hands. Here's some extra hands. $27. It's like a little company like that, and I don't mean little as in bad, but a smaller company like that can do it. You damn sure know that Hasbro can do it. They have, companies that work for them, and those figures, those accessories right there, probably don't cost a penny or a dime to make. But I will tell you this: do I think that figure is worth $50? No. But is my FOMO so screwed up I'll probably get one? Yes. And that's real talk. Okay, it's like the figures are worth what you think they're worth. Okay. I mean, I think acid rain figures are worth $55. I don't want to pay $55, but I think that's what they're worth because that's what I have to pay for them sometimes. I can get them cheaper by PA Club, 40 something. I think they're definitely worth that. But it just depends on if you have the money for it, And so, like I said, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and I have multiple versions of the Spider-Man. But I just think that if I get it, I may get it and might hold on to it, and he may be trade bait or something somewhere down the line. I just may get it just because of Spider-Man. I'll just keep it in the package, But I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying don't buy it for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate money. I just love plastic. Okay, I think that's what we do. We don't. It's not that we hate money. It's just we love plastic. But anyway,
Plastic
I'm gonna get off this.
articulated usually.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off this rant about this, but this is one of the pains that to me I just could not fathom the fact that they would charge $50 for this figure. And like I said, and they're getting their money off of it because I just don't think they'll be able to keep this. I don't think they'll be able to sustain this, with all the figures they think they will. I think they're like, oh my God, we just broke the code. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're gonna charge $50 for this and people won't pay for it. Well, they're doing it because it's Spider-Man, and maybe they can with Wolverine, even though there's 50 million Wolverines, there's 50 million Iron Mans. And don't get me wrong, I love those guys too. But it's like, maybe if they did a B-list character or something and they really put a bunch of great accessories in it, I could understand that. But they're gonna have to do some different stuff. I just don't think they'll be able to sustain this. All right, Ian. Thanks for watching.
Good one, Ian.
Yep. Anyway, getting off that. Speaking of my love for Spider-Man, I know, like I said, we're just gonna run through these right quick because these are all 6-inch figures, and they're from basically the Spider-Man game that came out for the PlayStation 5 or 4. I've never even played it. I've had friends that tell me that it's super good, but I just love I just wanted to show you guys these because I just kind of love some of these poses. But the Spider-Man Maximum Bjorn, I'm pretty sure 90% of it's reused from the last one. I think there's a couple of updated things, I think, but from what people have told me, it's not even like the definitive version it could be because Hasbro is still using their regular plastic, figure, that it doesn't have like all the articulation that it could or something to that effect. I haven't really like gone too deep in that, but anyway. And so I was pissed off about that. And then the next week they show all these figures. This is basically for the game. And so I don't normally buy like versions of figures for the games and stuff, but especially when I don't play. But man, I really love some of these colors and poses of these figures. And I will say I will buy this black suited Spider-Man just because, man, comics pretty much ran my life for like 20 years as a teenager until, I got married. And so it really did a thing to my head to where I like fell in love with that whole art form and stories and stuff. But anyway, yes, Die Hard.
I mentioned that at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, he is doing a show tonight, right after us, pretty much. So check him out if you've got a minute or time. Anyway, I'm just going to run through these. I love this version here. It's not the typical Spider-Man buck that they released the previous black suit on, but I still like it. I still think it looks cool. I want to see him in person though before I pull the trigger, but like I said, I'm pretty much 100% sure I'm going to get this guy. I just love some of these poses. I know not everybody likes Marvel comics and Hasbro, Marvel Legends stuff, and so, but I just want to kind of throw these out there just because the posing has come a long way in some of these figures. And I was also, thinking about, man, how cool would it be, for them to still be making the Marvel Universe line, and
Oh my
we got
God.
some of these figures. Like I wish they still would have continued. I wish they were still making that line, because I would buy figures just to make customs and stuff like that. Because I would love to have 375 versions of some of these figures in my world. Because it's like it's hard as hell to try to make a Spider-Man figure, out of Acid Rain figures or Eagle Force figures, because it's just kind of hard to do, and so anyway, um, I like some of the posing and stuff. I mean, I've always liked the Black Symbiote Spider-Man,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's like these, I don't know, not everybody's down for these, but like some of the poses and stuff, I think is pretty cool. I don't even know who all these characters are, but
It's a
um,
good costume though. It's like that one right there.
yeah, it's like
It's kind of like a
they definitely, whoever was posing these definitely was like, man, we're gonna pose the hell out of these figures, because they're
Mhm.
not just standing around like they normally do, and so
Well, and
um,
that's been the thing with Spider-Man. He's always been like a real agile
yeah,
character, like even in the comic art and whatnot.
yeah, and you can kind
Mm.
of get them to look like some of the poses nowadays, whereas in the Toy Biz days, it's like you could barely,
Okay.
you
Toy
could
Biz.
barely move a leg or something, and now it's like you got double jointed elbows and knees and stuff like that, and it's like you can do, some crazy stuff. And I just like the way some of these figures look. I know, like I said, I know
Mhm.
they're not for everybody, but
Oh,
um,
that top one.
yeah, I think some
Top
of
one,
these are
that's pretty
Miles
cool looking.
Morales. I think some of these are Miles Morales. I think
Oh, okay.
all these versions are from the Spider-Man game, so it's like they're not exactly like their comic book versions. And I don't even know if the comic books have some of these versions. I know like the one on the bottom is like the Anti-Venom or something figure,
Mm,
and he's
uh,
supposed to be like white and black or something like that. And I think the choice of blue sort of threw some people off, but
mm.
anyway, I just kind of think some of them are cool.
Oh yeah. I agree. I mean, they're
It's
definitely cool.
like, I would definitely,
Uh,
like to see some of these, in 4 inch, but that's never going to happen. But
well, not with this level of articulation. I
right,
mean,
that's true.
there's
That's
some
true.
of those suits in the
Yeah.
Epic Heroes line that
Oh
I've
yeah.
picked up that
Yeah.
are great. They're nowhere near that
Yeah.
articulated
I mean,
though.
and that's another thing. Yeah, I could get an Epic Hero Spider-Man to put in my world, but it just doesn't look like like if you put him in my world, it's like it just doesn't look like he would fit in there because he's just too small of a figure almost, But
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, anyway. But Black Cat, I think
Oh yeah, this.
like that's a pretty cool pose right there. It's like
Mhm.
and like I said, they definitely couldn't do that with the older figures. Um, I don't even know who this character is right here. Some just like I
I
said,
know.
they've got all kinds of Spider-Man suits in that game, and so I think it looks cool. I just
Yeah.
don't know who it
And this
is.
one looks like he's actually wearing like pants instead of
Yeah,
spandex.
yeah, yeah. Um, and like I said, I didn't do any kind of research, but man, I love this Venom, and I may get this one just because I've got some plans. But this is not going to be the typical Venom. I mean, this one is a little bit bigger. Let me go back.
Yeah,
So
this almost looks like Gene Simmons
I think
Venom.
they said he's 13 inches tall, um, which will mean it's probably going to be $80 probably. But I just think, man, if he looks cool like this with 6 inch figures, just how imposing will he be against 4 inch figures? Because that's
Mhm.
my like, I can have a Venom now. I can have a Venom in Yamato 6. It's
Yeah.
like, and he'll be like terrorizing the hell out of whoever it is. But it's like, um, anyway. So that was my idea. It's like I'm gonna add him to Yamato 6 as a bad guy or whatever. Um, but yeah, you could do that. But I think
Mhm.
the heads are almost a little bit too small for the Spider-Man figures. Is the problem? Because if you put one of their heads on like an Acid Rain figure or Eagle Force figure, I think they're like even smaller. I just think I was like maybe I'll see if somebody can print one and then I'll get one painted or something and put. But that's
Yeah,
for
they
another
probably go
time.
better with like Star Wars figures, I would think, size wise.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So, like I said, this was another
oh, now
figures.
this,
Yeah, I
I like
love
the
Flame
skull
of
with the
Six. I
flaming,
think it's
yeah,
Spider, Spirit or
Spider Rider.
something. I don't know. That's like I said, I'm not real familiar with some of these.
Or the
Spirit
Spider of Vengeance.
Okay, there you go. Spirit Spider Vengeance. There you go.
Yeah.
Goes with your Ghost Rider crew. But anyway, yeah. And then they released a Kingpin,
Oh,
um,
now he looks
which
properly massive.
yeah, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. It definitely,
Oh, geez, is that
yeah,
him next to like a
yeah. I mean, he's like he
holy
looks
cow,
like
okay, now that's a little oversized,
yeah,
but
he looks like a 10-inch figure, and so that's a good Kingpin right there. I mean, you could put Miles Morales in front of him, and it would be almost like the, Into the Spider-Verse, size difference. I don't know how I could do a Kingpin in my world because I don't really have people that just normally wear suits, but because I'm sure you could put like another Marvel Legends head on him or something as like a monster or something or an alien or something. But anyway, I just kind of thought some of these were kind of cool. And these were non-Spider-Man figures, but definitely there was a comic called X-Force in like the 2010s or something. I think
oh, no, it started
Rick
back in the
Remender
90s.
or something did it, I think, but it had Wolverine, Deadpool, and they all had these black and gray suits and stuff on. I think Nightcrawler might have been in there. Anyway, it was like they were a badass team, and it's like they went and got shit done. And so these are a couple of figures that were in that series. But anyway, I just thought we'd take a look at some of Marvel Legends figures,
Yeah.
for a second.
I mean, they're great figures. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
I mean, like I said, I know not everybody buys, Marvel Legends and stuff, but hey, Jeremy, I just thought I'd show them in there because I kind of thought they looked cool,
Oh, yeah. No,
Um,
not debating their coolness.
yeah,
I
I
just,
mean, it's
yeah, for me personally, I've
I
already got like too many lines going
yeah,
to
I
get
do
into a
too.
new one.
Just like I do have my end because I still do buy some Marvel Legends, so I may get a couple, because my wife she likes comics and stuff too, so I can
Oh,
like
cool.
I can pull a couple. Hey, honey, you think this cool? The figure look cool? Yeah, it kind of looks cool. Okay, I'm buying it. So we're adding it for the collection. But yeah, job along for sure, man. It's like I love Rick Remender's work on things. And so anyway, so that was a good run. Um, Joel, do you got anything else that you want to mention before we get out of here?
I can't think of anything.
All right, well, guys, you can check out Starboy Station on Instagram, like normal. You know who he is. Um, We will be pushing Figtober earlier this year, so probably middle of summer, the call will go out that don't forget Figtober. Want to make it bigger this year, and so hopefully we can make it a big thing. Every year. What about you, Bob? You got anything that? Thanks, Pirates. You got anything that you want to mention?
No, nothing except to say, thanks to everybody for watching. If you like what you've seen, click the little like button down there on the YouTube. And
Yes,
while your cursor is down that way, just slide over a little maybe and hit that subscribe button. Also
please.
don't forget Die Hard 3.75 will be coming on here shortly. Or not on the show shortly, but his show will be coming on YouTube shortly. So check him out. It's usually a good show.
Yeah, MCR, that is actually an Eagle Force figure body. I don't know the name off the top of my head. Maybe Bob will. One of
That's
the Riot Troopers.
possibly, yeah, one of the troopers. I'd have to pull it up and see to confirm.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
it's
my
not like
Eagle
they
Force
have
knowledge is
it's
failing
not
me
like they
tonight.
have 5 figures. I mean, they literally probably have 100 figures out, and so it's hard to remember names on some of these things. But yeah, Figtober 2025 is going to be good this year. Also, Joe Fest is going to be cool this
Yeah.
year. Pirates has his show on Wednesday. That he'll have, I'm assuming, this week to do, and this may be the last week for maybe the Titan of the Universe. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's
And then
earlier mid-March.
Okay, and World Makers Consortium is, I think they're rounding there this Friday. I think it's going to be a guest panel or something on the show, but I think he's rounding towards the end of the I forgot what they call this challenge he's doing with the truck or the vehicle. Joel,
yeah.
what's the name of the challenge? The
death race.
Death race, yes.
Yeah,
Death
like
race
that.
challenge or something. Yeah. So I think that one's getting close to being wrapped up too. If you guys want to contribute to those challenges. Okay, so Fat Red's Foo said he's extended to April. Thank God, because my February has gone by like this, and I'm like, man, I can't believe it just started. Now I was like, I can't believe it's just ending, So
cool. I think
yeah, there you go.
About your figure.
Yeah, right, Commando. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching tonight. Don't forget, next week we're gonna have Chris on, and he's gonna have a hell of a lot of customs to look at. So, bring your popcorn, and we'll have a good show. Thanks everybody for watching tonight. Thank you if you're watching the replay. Appreciate it. We love doing this, just hanging out and talking toys.
Oh yeah.
So, without anything else, I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll see you next week. So good night, everybody.